Chosen ones are often the underdog. See, chosen ones, you had the underdog story. See, your whole life, people overlooked you. You were overlooked in your family. You were overlooked in school. You were overlooked in the workplace. And often in society, you were overlooked in a lot of ways. And you had to really figure out what it is that you were really good at. And you had to accept that you were an underdog and accept that you were different. And when you're different, chosen ones, you are automatically going to be an underdog because people are always going to go with the crowd. People are always going to go with what's popular. See, chosen ones, you weren't popular. You didn't have a whole bunch of crowds of people around you and stuff like that. So you had to really figure out what it is that you were good at and what it is that you do best. So the whole time in your life, chosen ones, people people counted you out. People told you that you weren't special. People told you that you didn't have no type of purpose. People thought you was Mr. or Mrs. Can't get right. People thought you would never amount to anything because you were being protected on a high level. See, you were purposely placed as a underdog in life and in the people's around you life because you were being protected. See, if your overflow of abundance in all aspects of your life was to have been given to you right away, right away at a young age or even at whatever age, but mostly if you were young, if it was given to you young, if your inheritance was given to you young, see, people would have took all type of advantage against you. People would have robbed you blind. People would have tried to kill you for your inheritance. People would have tried to take your inheritance from you, steal from you, do all types of stuff just so you wouldn't have it. So you were protected from the people around you and the people closest to you because these people had no type of good and true intentions for you. So, chosen ones, you were often overlooked because people knew how powerful you were, people knew how influential you were, people knew that you were a natural born leader. You were born to be a leader, you were born to stand out, and you were born to have a voice that was supposed to be heard and supposed to change things and give an open minded perspective on things. And people knew this about you, but they oftentimes overlooked you because you weren't the popular choice. You weren't the popular person to be dealt with, to be dealing with because you oftentimes stayed to yourself. You were very quiet and observant. You really didn't fit in no type of way in society. So people thought that just because you didn't fit in that you didn't have any qualities, that you wouldn't amount to anything or you didn't have anything to bring to the table in a lot of situations, but that's not even the truth. See, chosen ones have a lot to bring to the table, and we oftentimes are deemed the underdog because we had to fight our whole lives to be able to get what most people got in less time and through less amounts of suffering. And it's simply because we are here for a bigger reason and a bigger purpose. See, our lives and our blessings and our inheritance and our breakthroughs were held from us longer because we had to learn a lot more lessons. We had to endure a lot more pain because it was going to make us better leaders. It was going to make us better men and women for ourselves, for our families, for our bloodlines, and for our partners. And we accepted that. We accepted that we were going to have to fight a lot harder than the average person. We understood that we was going to have to put a lot more work in than the average person because we aren't average. And yes, we were overlooked, and yes, we weren't counted in, and yes, we weren't given a chance at much of anything, but we re- we rewrote our story. We said, yes, I'm an underdog, but that's not going to be every season of my life. I'm not going to always be an underdog because I'm going to put in work. I'm going to walk in my purpose. I'm going to stay consistent at whatever it is that I want to achieve, and I'm going to get the recognition and the accolades that I deserve. See, chosen ones, when you were putting in the work, when you were going hard, when you didn't let nothing stop you, and when you were very determined, you were able to achieve a lot. And it was a season in your life where, yes, you were an underdog, but now you are turning situations, circumstances into your favor. You are turning things into your favor. You are turning things around for your good. And I'm here to tell you, chosen ones, your life is going to take off on a whole nother level. And also, yes, as chosen ones, you are going to be counted out. You are going to be overlooked. But that season of your life is over. See, we went through that season of our lives of not being noticed and not being put in the game. We was always on the bench. We was always, you know, on time out, sitting out from all of what was going on and being involved in things. But now we decided to get off the bench. We in the game now, and we going crazy, and we putting in the work. We staying consistent, and we're gonna get whatever it is that we want to get out of this life. And it's because yes, we understand that we were overlooked and we were the underdog to the people around us and to the environments and the workplaces that we worked at. But we removed ourselves from these spaces because we knew that our value was never truly going to be seen. See, people already felt like they had us figured out. See, people only respected and appreciated the old version of us. But we have evolved, we have transformed. And now that we have evolved and transformed, we are getting away from people that only see us one way. We are getting away from corporations and workplaces that only see us one way and that don't see us valuable or adding or bringing anything to the table. See, chosen ones, new opportunities are coming in for you rapidly. New new partnerships, new business ideas, new business formulas. Whatever it is that you were overlooked in your life is actually turning out in your favor. And it's simply because you changed your perspective, you changed your mindset, and you knew your worth, most importantly. So now you are getting away from spaces and getting away from people that only see you in one light and not see you for who you are currently. See, people looked at you as that overlooked younger person or that overlooked person in whatever season of life that you were in. But now these people have to see how strong, how confident, how persevering, how strong minded and strong willed that you are. These people have to see how how much of a good person, how much of a good heart that you have, how much that you care for others, how much you help others, how much you listen and learn from others, how much others listen and learn from you. You are very important. You have a lot to offer to this world. That season of you being an underdog and you being ducked off in a corner is over. You are being shown to the world now. You are being shown to the world how great you are, your gifts, your talents, and your abilities, my friend. That season of you being an underdog is over. you to go